Hi, it's Conversation with Dr. Funmi Adeniyi, the MD CEO of Luxe Dental. She will tell us about Luxe Dental. So, as we count down to the UN MSME Day, we're just having a conversation, entrepreneurship talk. So, Dr. Funmi, Luxe Dental, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
So, Luxe Dental, tell us about Luxe Dental.
Okay, Luxe Dental, here we exist to design smiles. We use dental tools and technology. We want everyone who comes here to live with a happy, healthy and confident smile. And so when we say smile, it goes beyond just the teeth, where we're focusing on your facial muscles, your teeth, your smile generally, your lips. So yeah.
Wow.
Design smile.
Okay, so please watch out for me. By the time I finish this conversation, watch out for my smile. Maybe it would have been redesigned to be better. All right. So, Dr. Funmi, thank you for that, for giving us an insight into what you do at Luxe Dental. And it's very interesting, actually. So, how did it all start?
Okay, I'd say that I stumbled into entrepreneurship, into the practice of dentistry. I had moved with my family from Abuja back to Lagos, and someone needed a dentist to run whitening practice in a spa, and I happened to be available. I really didn't want to take it, but my husband said just go for it, take it. And so from there, I couldn't stomach just doing tooth whitening, so we began to go into a full-fledged dental practice. And then eventually that partnership didn't work. I had to branch out on my own because I already had clients who were expecting me to continue the practice, and so here I am today.
Yeah, here we are today. I mean, glad to hear your story, how it all started. So tell me, running this business, you're a woman, okay? Do you think at any point that being a woman gives you any advantage or advantages, or did it pose some kind of challenge or challenges to you?
Yeah. I think when I started the business, I think I was actually gender blind. I think I was not conscious of privileges or disadvantages that came with me being a female. I just never considered it. I just saw myself as an entrepreneur, and I threw myself into this space. But looking back now, I see that it seems like there's some biases towards the female gender, but I don't think I've experienced it, partly because I think I have been blind to it. I have chosen to not focus on it. I think that's what it is.
That's quite interesting. You know, I've spoken to some female entrepreneurs, and I hear some of their own challenges. Although we've had people like you too that would say, well, whatever it is, the field is there for us to play and have a level playing field for us. So, talking about opportunities now, did it give you any kind of advantage?
No, but I realized that I joined the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, and somewhat in that association, a lot of opportunities tailored towards women entrepreneurs are thrown in there, and I've gotten a few. So probably I'll say that is one advantage I get now. I guess something that that always used to happen is people always used to refer to me as nurse and expect when your orga comes and all. But I think because I was blind to that, I never let it get to me. That's talking about the downsides of it. Like
a nurse.
Yeah, they call me.
You're not a nurse.
I know a lot of people call me nurse. Yes, yes. They don't believe that I own the business. They believe that there's someone somewhere that I report to and all. But I think I've just always been immune to that, so it never affected me.
That's interesting. Maybe women also have strong immune systems.
I think
probably.
So. I think so.
Maybe our immunity is very high also because we
so.
go through a lot. That's quite interesting. So, I mean, let's take it to looking at systems. I am a believer in systems. So I believe for businesses to be successful, we need to have some systems and structures, HR, finance, operation system, marketing. Because, I usually use this analogy that if you start out and you're a visionary, you have a vision for your business, you may start small, but I believe you have a long-term and a big plan. So if you want to build a 5-story building, you must have a foundation that supports that 5-story building. And that's what a system and structure does to you. So that when the wind blows, when tsunami comes, when there's we have lockdown, pandemic, when staff are leaving and going, when funding becomes an issue, that's vision, that structure you put in place. So let's now take it to your experience. So would you want to take us, if you could take us through your experiences in terms of structures and systems? Do you believe in structures and systems?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. So tell us through what you do in these areas and how they've helped you and some of the challenges you think you have.
Okay. So as I mentioned before, it started out as a partnership, and in that partnership there was very little structure. So I had to introduce all the structure that was in that, and then when I branched out on my own, I decided to get professionals on board. So I've always looked for HR personnel, accounting personnel within the range of my budgets, within the range of the budgets that I had. It's still there.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So within my budget, I've always, so at the beginning it was someone who used to work with another company, but he had maybe a free day during the week and he'll come around, and then I insisted I wanted a corporate governance employee policy manual, and we went through it. I went online to investigate how does this work in different sectors, and then we came up with something that worked for our system. Eventually, we set that up. For accounting, I've always just go around, look for someone who is ICANN certified person who has 3 hours during
This would have costed you a lot of money.
Apparently no.
Oh,
the thing
really?
is yes, because I know how to negotiate, and then with
That's why Dr. Funmi is actually one of our clients. So she has told us she knows how, and she really negotiated very well.
And I know my book, so I don't take on beyond what I can handle. I'm sorry, it's 30,000 I have. What can you do within this budget? And we make it work. And
all right, it's nice talking to you, Dr. Funmi. So what are your future plans?
Oh, future
as
plans.
Luxe Dental?
Oh, expansion. Going beyond, as I said, going beyond just treating the teeth to the face, facial aesthetics, cosmetology. Yes, so we want to expand into
Okay,
that.
so if you want to go back,
locations.
that's great. So we should watch out for Luxe Dental. I mean,
My God, it's
the
very
sky is just the beginning.
Yes,
So Luxe Dental, designing your smile. I've told you to look out for my own smile. Anyway, by the time I leave there, make sure that you are checking out for my smile being redesigned. So when you said redesigned, do you do surgery also?
Down to from basic things just as fillings to veneers to crowns, bridges, braces, aligners, then orthodontic surgeries. Yeah.
And how is it like clients in the field? Is it viable?
Oh yes, it is.
So it is for people that are looking for jobs to do.
Yes.
Dr. Funmi, what has been your most challenging parts of structures and systems?
Structures and systems, people.
Wow.
People. It has been the greatest blessing. It has also been the greatest challenge. Like I've had great people. I've also had people that just like plain headache, and that's why we brought you on board to come and help us manage the people. And then financing also, it wasn't easy getting finance. When I branched out on my own, I literally had to make a case with my past financial reports to my mom and say, please, I need a loan, because banks weren't giving loans to people in healthcare. It was COVID period, and they're saying there's no loan structure available, and I had to make a case to her, and then she gave me a loan which I have repaid over past
That's
1
your
year. Yes.
interesting. So family and friends.
Oh yes.
Exist out there.
Bootstrapping, angel investing. Yes.
Have you gotten grants?
I just got my first major grant
Wow.
a few weeks ago. Yes.
And that was because what helped you to get the grant?
It was through AWE. There was an LSITF from Lagos State in conjunction with AWE had a spot and they really opened to us. I filled the forms.
So being a woman actually paid off.
Yes, that's what I said in this aspect.
But one thing is you had the structure, because
Yes,
I'm also a beneficiary of AWE and I know that it was very competitive. So one thing I will say is don't give up on structure. It will pay off, especially when you have a long term. It's challenging because to take people to believe in your vision, to want to go through the whole, may be tough, but I mean it will pay off at some point. And that's, like I said, you just have to have a strong foundation. Anyway, not for today, but for future, and that's when you really enjoy it. So, what advice do you have for women entrepreneurs out there and other entrepreneurs?
Women entrepreneurs, I want you to understand that you are very important. You contribute a whole lot to the national gross domestic product. Yes, so you're very important. The people you employ, the families you lift out of poverty because you're in business, the services you deliver, the products you offer, you're very important. And so see yourself as that important part of the society first, and then decide to fight for your business. Decide to go the whole 9 yards. Decide to be compliant as much as possible. Decide to be a person of excellence, setting up structures and processes. It might look like, why are you wasting money in the beginning, but in the long run the difference will be clear between those who set up that structure and those who didn't. And just know that there's no limit. Just keep dreaming, keep doing. There's no limit to what is possible when you set up. Yes.
All right. She also paid her dues. You know, she said she worked somewhere else. And I tell people it's good to be an entrepreneur, but we all don't have to be entrepreneurs. You know, some of us are very great at growing things. Yes. You can provide support, you know, but you also have to pay your dues. In fact, in the minimum, you would have learned from someone else's business. Okay. So, lastly, Dr. Funmi, would you have done something differently if you were to start again? What would you have done differently?
I don't think I would have done anything differently because everything has contributed to where I am now. The fact that I worked in that place was a big eye opener. So I built on the strengths of the system I came out of. I knew what to avoid, I knew what to consolidate on, and so I believe that my path was divinely orchestrated to where I am now. So I won't change anything.
All right, thank you. It's nice speaking with you, having a conversation. She's my sister from Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. Interestingly, we didn't know until we started working with her as our HR consultant. All right, thank you, and enjoy the best of your journey wherever you are, whether you're an entrepreneur, an employee. Just make the best of whatever you can get, and don't do things for today. Always think of tomorrow. Yeah, there's always a tomorrow. I tell people that do things for a long term, with a long-term view, and to always pay off. All right, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Funmi. Nice having you.
Thank you.
I'm smiling.